Hello everyone, my name is Jose with Triangle Systems, and in this video I'm going to show you how to perform a firmware upgrade on our StrataLink 24 encrypted radio model. First thing we're going to do is we're going to log into our radio via the command line interface. This is the only way we can perform a firmware upgrade to our Triangle radios. I use PuTTY here. We have a default radio. We're going to log in via the admin user. When we log into the radio, we're going to see on the top page, we're going to see our current firmware version we have. This one is 3.11. Now we know which is the current on the radio. We're going to go to our support portal from Triangle. support.trianglesys.com. In this support portal, you will find every firmware release for all our radio products. Orions, Apex Orion, Apex Links, Giga Links, Giga Orion, SL24, all our Triangle products. We're going to focus on StrataLink 24. For the StrataLink 24 model, there are two radios, the non-encrypted version and the encrypted radio model. For us, we're going to focus right now on the encrypted model. One thing to be very careful of: if you load the incorrect firmware version to a radio that is not encrypted or vice versa, this can permanently damage the radio and it will have to come back to the factory for us to repair that radio. So please be careful when you load the firmware. So we're going to go to the SL24E. The newest firmware is going to be highlighted on the actual support portal. 3.22. In this section, we're going to have the release notes. In this release notes, we're going to have step-by-step instructions on how to upgrade the firmware, what new features were added to the radio, and when bugs were fixed. At the bottom of this, there are a couple of links. One is going to be the firmware. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to save it locally into our computer. Now that it's finished downloading the file, we're going to go back to our radio. By default, all radios have the TFTP service disabled. So we're going to go into the configuration mode, and we're going to enable the TFTPD service. This will allow the radio to accept the incoming file. Now we'll go to our downloads. Here we have 3.22. To make this process real simple, we're going to copy this file directly into our C drive. Now we have to send it to the radio. We're going to come to Start, CMD window. Using the command window from Windows, we're going to go right directly into our C directory. We're going to type the following command: tftp -i, the IP of the radio, put SL24. We're going to hit the tab key. This will populate for us if the file is present on the C drive. Now we click enter. We can see here the file transfer was successful. Now we're going to go into our radio and execute the file. We're going to issue the command boot image upgrade and hit enter again. While the file is executing, you will see dots along the screen. However, this is not finished until the dots are completed and you get your command prompt back. In this process, the file is being executed inside the radio. Now, we need to reboot the radio after this is finished for the radio to come back with the new firmware. So we'll wait for this to finish. Now the radio has finished executing the file. We're going to save the configuration to avoid any unexpected surprises when the radio comes back. Config save. Reboot command. When we reboot the radio, it's always good practice to ping the device. This will take about 3 minutes. We can now see the radio replying back to our pings. We're going to go back into the radio, use the admin user, and we can see now the current firmware version is going to be 3.22. This has been the video on how to upgrade the firmware on a StrataLink 24 encrypted model. If you like the video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us in other social media. We'll see you on the next one.